Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. All right, super. Winter's here, holiday weekend. So let's begin and let's start our analysis today. Let's do this. All right, so first we're going to do the end of week analysis stocks, which is basically any new setups for positional trading during the week, if there is. And then, of course, we're going to discuss the end of month analysis stocks, which is, of course, some new stocks, some existing stocks, and how do we treat them, try and understand, what's going to happen. So if everyone can hear me, please type yes if you can hear me. If you can hear me, please type yes, so I know that you can hear me. All right, super. All right, so there is a bit of lag here. I can see that. All right, so let's start. Start with Aditya Birla Fashion. Now there's at monthly EMA there's a weekly bearish divergence which is pretty decent as well. Take down last week हो गया था तो इसका मतलब इस week का low टूटने से we would be in. But nonetheless because it's just such a big like candle in the weekly chart or in the daily chart आप देख सकते हो इतना बड़ा है, so it could have pulled back and ये pull back आया है. So यहाँ पे नया month का CPR है which is narrow as well. So if I plot like the CPR, तो CPR इतना ये validate नहीं करता है, that is okay. So if we can kind of wait for the prices to give you an information, so let's go to the hourly chart quickly. Let's see, this is, I can probably have, all right, so that is the weekly CPR, which is narrow. If it falls below that, then that's a good sign. And let's go back to monthly CPR here. है ना? तो हमारे पास opportunities है because we want one bad candle, so maybe on a Monday, and then Tuesday onwards you can take a call whether you want to follow the bearish divergence in the weekly chart here. All right, so that is why this is still in the list because अभी भी वो divergence exist हो रहा है. So हम भले ही आपको मन नहीं है selling trade लेने का, but अगर setup है तो हम उसको अपनी list में डाल देते हैं. Whether हम ले या ना ले, of course it depends on what kind of momentum the market is in, and you can take a call then. अदानी एंटरप्राइज को मैंने इसलिए रखा है लिस्ट में क्योंकि यहाँ पे एक रेजिस्टेंस जोन था जो कि ब्रेकआउट हुआ है एंड ये चेंज इन पोलैरिटी हुआ था, ऊपर गया फिर टेस्ट हुआ है सपोर्ट लेवल, नैरो मंथली सीपीआर है, सो मे बी इट कैन गिव यू एन अपॉर्चुनिटी दैट यूड लाइक. सो आइदर ऑन डाउन साइड और दी अपसाइड. सो डाउन साइड का ये है कि अगर ये लाइन के नीचे चला जाता है या एमसीपीआर के नीचे बंद हो जाता है, देन ऑफ कोर्स वी आर लुकिंग फॉर प्राइसेस टू गो लोअर. बट अगर ये ऊपर रहता है, सो फॉर एग्जांपल अगर मंडे यहाँ के रिजेक्शन देता है या ट्यूसडे गैप अप खुलता है या कोई अच्छा कैंडल बनता है मंडे ट्यूसडे में, देन द अदर वीक्स यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट द एंटायर मंथ टू बी प्रीटी गुड. ठीक है, सो दैट इज व्हाई दिस इज द लिस्ट, सो दैट वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड कि कैसा सेटअप बना हुआ है. दालमिया भारत इसलिए लिस्ट में है क्योंकि एक रेजिस्टेंस पे है, वीकली में बेरिश डाइवर्जेंस बना हुआ है. लास्ट वीक टिक डाउन हुआ था, इस वीक उसका लो नहीं टूटा, but you can see there's still a shooting star which is a poor candle formation. Now in the daily chart there was a bearish divergence censored, came back, pulled up. So if I can draw a retracement which I haven't tested yet, but that is 61.8 78.6 के आसपास आ गया है. And यहाँ पे narrow monthly CPR है, so once again if it kind of gives you a follow through, that's a sign, and it does. ये मोटा मोटी CPR follow करता है monthly CPR, so which is not a bad sign, right? So that is something that can be looked into. Dalmia Bharat, you have a weekly bearish divergence and daily entry if it closes below the monthly CPR, the new monthly CPR. Then we have ICICI Lombard General. ICICI Lombard General में क्या है? Monthly looks all right. Weekly में bearish divergence है, but of course it started with a weekly monthly bullish divergence. You can see April में किस तरीके से ऊपर गया. इनफैक्ट there's a lot of time कोई पूछता है कि यार इस साल स्टॉक खरीदा इसीलिए भाग रहा है कि ऐसे सेटअप्स में स्टॉक्स भागते हैं. तो आप चार्ट में पीछे जाके देखो कि स्टॉक्स ने ऐसा सेटअप कब दिया है, मंथली बुलिश डाइवर्जेंस एंड ऑल दैट कब दिया है. तो वो तभी देता है जब ये ऐसे भागता है. एंड जब ये भाग जाता है तो एंड ऑफ द ईयर एवरीवन लाइक अरे बाय कर लिया था इसलिए इस साल तो सभी भाग रहे हैं. तो सभी कैसे भाग रहे हैं? सेटअप है इसलिए भाग रहे हैं ना. हाइंडसाइट में तो देखना बहुत इजी है कि अरे सब भाग रहे हैं, क्या आपने एक्शन लिया था. सो अगेन वीकली में बुलिश डाइवर्जेंस है, डेली में इधर एट ई में आया हुआ है. And you can see there is like a head and shoulder kind of a setup here which was broken. And if this is a test, either ये डेली में बुलिश डाइवर्जेंस बनाए एंड देन फिर भाग जाए. बट ये सिर्फ इस लिस्ट में इसीलिए है क्योंकि यहाँ पे एक वीकली में बेरिश डाइवर्जेंस था, ये में पे आया है. नाउ यू आर लुकिंग फॉर अ डेली बुलिश डाइवर्जेंस टू डू एनीथिंग अबाउट इट. Excuse me. Or if it goes above the monthly CPR, you can set an alert here. So ये लिस्ट में इसलिए ताकि you know what to do about this. Sorry, I'm a little under the weather, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Then we have Maruti. Maruti very tricky because of course MACD ticking down in the monthly chart. Weekly chart में there was a bearish divergence. There is a bearish divergence here. It fell, pulled back a wee bit. In the daily chart, you can see there's a beautiful trend line. Daily chart में ये जरूर एक spike मारा था. I don't know if you remember this day. It went down, tested it again, came back and is testing the monthly CPR. तो नया monthly CPR यहाँ पे दो तरीके से ट्रेड हो सकता है. ये bearish divergence है, of course you can expect the prices to go lower. However, it fell, came back to daily EMA और ये वाला ज्यादा अच्छा ट्रेडिंग अपॉर्चुनिटी रहेगा rather than thinking of longer term. एंड यहाँ अर्ली में बेरिश डाइवर्जेंस से नैरो मंथली सीपीआर है एंड यू कैन टेक एडवांटेज ऑफ दैट. अगर मैं इसका सेटिंग्स एक बार चेंज करके वीकली करते हैं जस्ट टू सी व्हाट हैपेंस, या नैरो वीकली सीपीआर, दोनों सीपीआर आसपास ही है, सो इट माइट गिव यू अ गुड ट्रेंडिंग ट्रेड if it works. Of course it all depends whether when it does kind of open on Monday, gap down or anything, that could be a really good setup as well. Okay, so Maruti is in the list because of that setup. Excuse me. Naukri is in the setup. Just a sec. All right, so Naukri is in the list because started with a bullish divergence, went up, tested the moving average, फिर ऊपर गया. यहाँ पे एक resistance which is also head and shoulder breakout हुआ है, change in polarity हुआ है, and it is moving up. CPR जो monthly CPR है, excuse me, it is at the neckline. So अगर ये इसके ऊपर बंद होता है या पुल बैक होके फिर आपको एक और अपॉर्चुनिटी देता है, it's a decent opportunity, right? But it has to stay above this neckline is your base. Naveen Fluorine fell at EMA monthly chart. You can see wick on the upside. Weekly chart fell, came back to EMA, and daily में bearish divergence बना के ये Wednesday वाला fall था. Excuse me, and came back. Now you do have a narrow monthly CPR. Any fall from here could be a 012 retracement kind of a fall, and you can expect the prices to go lower. Now, weekly chart isn't that bad. Daily setup is. So you can actually wait for, something here in the weekly chart, weekly hourly chart, MCPR के नीचे जाते जाते, maybe you can take a call. There is a bearish divergence at 012 in the daily chart, in the hourly chart also. Okay. Excuse me. So, take advantage of that. I'm just trying to recollect myself. Syngene International monthly looks all right at EMA. Weekly double bottom kind of a divergence. I think this shouldn't be in this list. इसको हटा सकते हैं. ABB India, weekly bearish divergence, yes, and ticking down. Of course, there is a resistance level here or point of interest here. Daily maybe 012 बना हुआ है. This again is not necessarily gonna go बहुत जोर फॉल आ गया ऐसा कोई ऐसा मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. But these stocks are in the list because अगर आपके पास positions हैं, so this is somewhere you can wait for the prices to come lower and then enter on the upside. ठीक है, weekly में bearish divergence है but not that great. इसको भी हम हटा देते हैं. I think should not be in the list. Ashok Leland, you can see there was a resistance, broken, change in polarity, went up, again support, going up. Daily, weekly chart में you can see there's a double bottom kind of a bullish divergence. This basically suggests कि अगर prices follow through देता है, then this could, you know, go and make new highs. But once again, as I said, for all that to happen, it has to give a follow through of the weekly high, which is today's high. It has to give kind of a follow through on a Monday only, then we can take a decision. But of course, guys, anyone who's watching this, these are not tips. This is only to show you how we use technical charts scanning के लिए, and इसके help से हम अपने trades या हम अपने investment positions लेते हैं. So if you do have a system of your own, then you can choose these stocks and test it on your system, and then take a decision up. It's up to you. All right. So it's not a tip at all. It's just something what we do to shortlist few stocks. Excuse me. Biocon monthly candle not that bad. Weekly at EMA, so it falls from a weekly bearish divergence, comes back to the EMA. At the EMA, we have a bearish divergence with a 0.12, narrow monthly CPR. Once again, this could give you an opportunity. Next week, again, it has to close below monthly CPR. Only then you can take that opportunity. Excuse me. ICICI Pru at monthly EMA. Of course, not the best candle, but how does it matter? Look at the weekly chart. I'm going to zoom out a wee bit. So that's a beautiful shoulder, head, another shoulder. And जब shoulder end हुआ है, like आज uptick भी हो गया, so there's a bullish divergence here. And beautiful candle here as well. Anyway, week जब start भी हुआ था, तो gap से start हुआ था, which is a very good thing. And we have a narrow monthly CPR, which basically suggests that if you get a trending anything here, this could help. So let's just check. So sometimes it does hold CPR, sometimes not. So you can take help of the candles of the hourly charts if you want. But yes, weekly bullish divergence at monthly EMA looks like a decent setup. फिर हम आते हैं IDFC First Bank में. IDFC First Bank, of course, excuse me, at resistance, at weekly EMA, all that, but there is a series of bearish divergence which looks like a corrective wave here in the daily chart. So you can see bearish divergence, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 3 पे bearish divergence, and then narrow monthly CPR. So if it opens gap down or something, then you can expect the prices to fall a wee bit or correct a wee bit. Once again, अगर आपको selling trades लेने में डर लग रहा है because of the situation the markets are in, then you can avoid it as well. Of course, it's up to you. But जो setups हैं वो हम scan करते हैं, हम share करते हैं. If it doesn't work, you don't lose money. Stop loss नहीं, मतलब entry नहीं होता है, ऐसा भी होता है, कभी-कभी ऊपर खुल जाएगा. So that's okay as well. Excuse me. Now we have Indian hotels. Of course, Indian hotels में weekly में bearish divergence. So anyone who's interested in buying Indian hotels, I always say that जब भी monthly chart में dip आएगा, buy it then. So you had one in last year July, then one in March this year, and of course now you gotta wait for the prices to come lower, and only then you can enter. In my opinion, according to technical analysis, but of course, if you find this stock very nice, you might as well enter. Infosys is in the list because Infosys has a point of interest here, and you can see there is a weekly bearish divergence. Again, Last week bearish Harami या doji बना था. This week again you have got a bearish candle. दोनों का लो ये gap है, which is also the monthly CPR. अगर इसको exhaust करता है and monthly CPR के नीचे बंद होता है, then you can expect the prices to correct a wee bit, which is again okay in this case. So if it does, fair enough. If it doesn't, you don't get an entry. Then you have the monthly chart in Jubilant Foodworks. This is in the list because, again, to show you, it started with a monthly bullish divergence. There is a weekly bearish divergence and a bearish engulfing. So if it corrects till the EMAs, again, good opportunity to enter later. Daily maybe bearish divergence है, weekly maybe है, monthly में doji बना है. So maybe it comes till the EMAs first and then resumes or something, or corrects a wee bit and then. So either way, if you're thinking of entering again or entering fresh, take a pause, let it finish its bearish move. Then you have Pyramid Enterprise. Pyramid Enterprise is in the list because it is at monthly EMA, weekly EMA, and daily bullish divergence, right? You do have a gap, let it exhaust that, and then it seems like a nice test of the monthly EMA. Can expect the prices to go higher. Setup looks like that. Okay. All right. So before I move on to the stocks that we choose, which is called the green list, which has beautiful entries for the end of the month analysis. Let's discuss Nifty and Bank Nifty. So Nifty, let's open the monthly chart. Then here we have the weekly chart. And of course, we have the daily chart. I'm just going to choose, excuse me, cash Nifty because it just makes sense. Kali expiry hua isliye. So monthly chart doesn't look bad, right? It's fantastic. Weekly chart, again, RSI above 70 doesn't look bad. Fantastic. Daily में bearish divergence है, लेकिन censored. So let it come till the 11 EMA or even a small dip. You're just buying on dips. That is what it is. Unless, something changes overnight and कुछ और ही हो जाता है, अलग बात है. But technically, there's nothing that supports that. All right. Similarly, if I open Bank Nifty, monthly chart, no problem, right? But Bank Nifty में आप देखो monthly और weekly दोनों RSI के नीचे ही है 70 के नीचे, which basically suggests it's a trend. Yes, fair enough, but is it that good? RSI में censorship है, so maybe pulls back, tests, and then gives you a correction if it has to correct. Otherwise, everything else in the longer term looks okay. And doesn't look that bad. A Bank Nifty में you see if I open, I had drawn this last time as well. एक wedge है जो narrow होए जा रहा है. So let's draw this again. So we're somewhere here, right? So, maybe because I'm a human drawing this, maybe I'm drawing it a little like this, maybe I'm drawing it, I can draw it like that. So वो एक human error है. This is not a fantastic breakout or a retest or anything like that. So, there is a wedge. It is narrowing, but I think it's immaterial right now. You can just, we wait for next week to give you something and then take a call. If it drops, tests, and then drops, then you can get a correction. Otherwise, everything looks all right now. So Bank Nifty में ऐसा कुछ नहीं है जो हमें डरने का बात है कुछ. Everything looks fantastic. All right. Now let's go to the stocks that we were talking about, the green list. I've got about few stocks here. We'll only talk about the ones at point of interest, and meanwhile, if you want to look at some stock, please just put it in the chat box. After I finish this, I'm gonna look at that as well. So RBL Bank point of interest, आप देख सकते हो यहाँ से शुरू हुआ था, ऊपर गया, breakout, test, and now it is it's not broken out. Weekly time frame में fair enough, it looks like broken out, but it's not broken out yet. अगर monthly CPR, अगर next month gap up खुलता है Monday को and starts going higher, then this means this could, this is on the way. Spirit ceiling khali hai, if this can actually go to whatever levels. Okay, so that is how the setup is, I believe. Point of interest पे, so ये देखना जरूरी है कि next week कैसा होता है. अतुल, वी डिस्कस दिस लास्ट टाइम इज वेल। जब ये अपटिक हुआ था लास्ट मंथ, ये मंथ का हाई टूटा 6850 और लेवल्स पे एंट्री था बिकॉज फॉलो थ्रू हो गया एंड एंटायर थिंग, दीज टू कैंडल्स टुगेदर पूरा अच्छा खासा रिजेक्शन है एंड नाउ यू एक्सपेक्ट द प्राइसेस टू गो हायर एज वेल। ठीक है, सो अतुल इज वेल जस्ट स्टार्टेड, इसी महीने फॉलो थ्रू आया है, इसी महीने एंट्रीज हुए, सो आई थिंक इट्स गॉट अ लॉन्ग वे टू गो एज वेल। देन वी कम टू Tanla platform. Tanla platform started at EMA, decent candle. Again, if it gives you a follow through, this is point of interest उसका. So be careful. यहाँ पे क्या होता है वो बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी होता है ना. मैं आपको खाली अपडेट दे रहा हूँ कुछ स्टॉक्स पे जो हमने पहले बातें की है और कुछ स्टॉक्स जो कि अच्छे सेटअप्स पे हैं. ठीक है. Excuse me. DV Labs. Now DV Lab of course started from here. Head and shoulder weekly chart में बना हुआ है. ट्रेंड लाइन ब्रेकआउट हो चुका है. शोल्डर हेड शोल्डर एंड इस शोल्डर का भी हेड एंड शोल्डर है. सो इफ यू सी हियर, लेट मी जस्ट ड्रॉ इट विद अ लाइक डेली चार्ट में भी इस शोल्डर का भी हेड एंड शोल्डर है विच इज ब्रोकन आउट इन अ डेली चार्ट एंड इन अ वीकली चार्ट ऑफ कोर्स यू नीड लाइक अ फॉलो थ्रू एंड ऑल दैट एंड दिस लुक्स प्रीटी गुड एज अ ट्रेडिंग थिंग इज वेल. ठीक है. सो अगर आप देख रहे हो नैरो सीपीआर, वेल नॉट नैरो सीपीआर बट यू नो इट्स गॉट अ लॉट ऑफ रूम टू वर्क. डेली चार्ट में there was a well very slightly bullish divergence here जो कि एंट्री था एट वीकली ए में. हेड एंड शोल्डर ब्रेकआउट होने पे टारगेट्स are decent of course as per the theory. This is not my theory, this is just basic technical analysis knowledge. ये सब टारगेट्स बनते हैं इसके. Of course again guys, these are not tips, this is just what technical analysis says कि head and shoulder का target, head का distance होता है and all that. So yeah, this is something that I would definitely keep an eye on out for because it is about to either break out or reject, either way, but most probably break out on the upside, you know, that is what it looks like. Then I've got Mothers and Sumi once again beautiful. So मैं यहाँ से आपको बताता हूँ होता क्या है. ये इस टाइम हमने एंट्री ली थी मई 20 में. सो 45 ये से स्प्लिट होके 45 है, उस समय 89 95 ऐसे कुछ प्राइसेस थे यहाँ पे. So you can see from here it went high till the previous highs, came back again. You've got same thing, a bullish divergence here in the monthly chart, and again 75 odd rupees पे ये हमारा वीडियो YouTube में आया था. And then once again it's gone higher, come back to EMA, and then coming back to EMA test this high तोड़ दिया previous month का, which is all basically what you're looking for, right? And the prices are going higher. So monthly chart के हिसाब से again the ceiling is left open, बहुत जगह है जाने के लिए भी, and you can keep an eye out for this stock as well, है ना. हम I think again मई अप्रैल से जब से ये अपटिक हुआ है तब से हम इसकी बात कर रहे हैं. So these are candles that is just, मैं क्यों ये सब डिस्कस कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि ये अभी तक छूटे नहीं है, ट्रेन अभी तक छूटी नहीं है. लास्ट मंथ का रिकवरी, लास्ट मंथ का हाई इसी मंथ टूटा है और अभी तक बहुत कुछ नहीं हुआ है. जिसका बहुत कुछ हो चुका है वो हम डिस्कस नहीं कर रहे. फिर हम आते हैं गुजरात गैस पे. गुजरात गैस अगेन लास्ट मंथ अपटिक था, इस महीने फॉलो थ्रू दिया है. सो 443 और लेवल्स पे फॉलो थ्रू दिया ही है. And you can expect, you know, there is a, you know, like a wedge kind of a thing here as well. So you can expect a breakout. वो सब होता है, तो you can plan your entries, but there is a setup in the monthly chart which basically suggests that you know, this could make higher prices. Then we come to alkyl amines. Alkyl amines as well. This was beautiful क्योंकि 2250 2260 के आसपास breakout मतलब follow through हुआ था जो हमने last month discuss किया था इसके बारे में. And सीधा 25 35 2640 from 2250 to 2650 same month आ भी गया. And of course it has just begun, as I said, you know, monthly bullish divergence just begun. So you know, सीलिंग खाली है. आई डोंट नो कहाँ तक जाएगा मुझे नहीं पता, लेकिन इन सेटअप्स पे हम एंट्री करना चाहते हैं because that is what they suggest that the prices might go higher. Okay, so again वो स्टॉक्स हैं जिनमें अभी तक ज्यादा कुछ हुआ नहीं है, इसीलिए हम उसको डिस्कस करें. फिर हम आते हैं IEX पे. IEX आई थिंक अब जो मुझसे बात करते हैं काफी जन, मैंने IEX काफी महीनों तक हर एंड ऑफ मंथ एनालिसिस में बात किया है मैंने, स्पेशली सिंस सितंबर, बिकॉज वहां पे उस हाई का कंफर्मेशन आ गया था 134 35 पे. फिर ये ऊपर नीचे पूरे करते रहा, लेकिन इस महीने भी इट हैज काइंड ऑफ गिवन अ गुड ब्रेकआउट. यू कैन सी द वीकली चार्ट, राइट? नाउ इफ दिस इज अ डबल बॉटम, this is my neckline, this is a breakout definitely, but of course you need like a follow through का मतलब इस मंथ का हाई तोड़ के जाना. अगर ये तोड़ के फॉलो थ्रू देता है इस अगले महीने, then you see where the ceiling is. So of course prices will go up and down in that fashion, but yes, that is again, uh, I think it is, I won't say you've already missed the bus, but the bus started like months ago. So, and I've been talking about this particular stock every month. So IEX is doing well as well. Anil, sorry, I didn't. Let me finish this. I'll come back to, I think it's DV's pay question, so I'll come back to that. Okay. पॉलीप्लेक्स कॉर्प अगेन, मुझे नहीं पता इसका फंडामेंटल्स क्या है, मुझे इनफैक्ट किसी का नहीं पता, मुझे खाली पता है टेक्निकल्स क्या है यहाँ पे. सो टेक्निकल के हिसाब से ये महीने ने फॉलो थ्रू जरूर दिया था, डोजी बनाए. आप देख सकते हो मेरा अलर्ट ट्रिगर नहीं हुआ, सो अलर्ट अभी भी इसके ऊपर ही है. एंड देन नाउ इफ इट गोज अबव दिस एंड गिव्स अ डिसेंट सेटअप, देन आई थिंक दिस इज अगेन समथिंग दैट इज येट टू स्टार्ट. ओके, सो अभी तक वो हुआ नहीं है, मंथ का कैंडल ऐसा बना नहीं है, जैसे ये व्हाइट कैंडल या ऐसा कुछ बना नहीं है जिसपे मैं बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट हूँगा. तो ड्यूरिंग द मंथ आई वुड लाइक टू वॉच दिस स्टॉक if it does something, but yes, it does have a monthly setup जिसके कारण ये लिस्ट पे है. Then we have Sterlite Technologies, again monthly bullish divergence here, है ना, which suggests price. So see that was a monthly bullish divergence which suggested this. We have a monthly bullish divergence again, which suggests to prices to go higher, but monthly candle acha nahi hai. So I think I would wait another month and then bring this back into the picture. Okay, so let me put this in the section below. ठीक है, so अब हम आते हैं, ये पॉली हो गया, अनुरस पे. ठीक है, अनरस पे भी हमने ये बात की थी, मंथली ईएमए पे, डेली मंथली ईएमए पे वीकली बुलिश डाइवर्जेंस एंड ब्यूटीफुल व्हाट मूव ऑन द अपसाइड. इस समय हमने ये डिस्कशन किया था हमारे वीडियो पे, हमारे एनालिसिस पे, राइट? नाउ इफ यू लुक एट द डेली चार्ट, इट इज क्रिएटिंग अ शोल्डर, हेड शोल्डर, राइट? देयर इज अ नेकलाइन हियर दैट आई हैव ड्रॉन, and a weekly candle looks decent as well, and you expect the prices to break out, and then of course what the target is. तो अगर आप इसमें हो ऑलरेडी तो ये आप देख सकते हो, अगर आप होके निकल गए हो फिर आप देख सकते हो. So especially people from my tribe, you understand what I'm trying to say here. So this is something that you can keep it in your watch list and take a call whenever. Then we have Rain Industries. Rain Industries में भी monthly में bullish divergence है, पहला uptick है. You can see this is a bullish harami candle, and you expect the prices to go higher. Of course, there's a trend line here. You see, I've put an alert like ages ago कि इसका alert टूटेगा तो I would be interested. Started with a bullish divergence here in the monthly chart in May 20, went up, corrected, and now, of course, we are waiting for a trend line to break. So yeah, I think this would, if I just show you this trend line, something like this on the monthly chart. So yeah, I think that would be my alert for this. ठीक है, फिर हम आते हैं रज रतन ग्लोबल वायर, which is at monthly EMA consolidating, and there's a weekly bullish divergence here. ठीक है, consolidation है, आप इसको you can draw, if you can see there is a range here. You could probably wait for a breakout now because it's right there. So you could probably wait for another week, whether it's a breakout. Don't wait for a daily breakout, wait for a weekly breakout to give you more confidence in a particular stock, and then take a decision, right? Then we have Glenmark Pharma. Glenmark Pharma, of course, हम बहुत पहले से बात करें, बहुत पहले से. Started with a bullish divergence here, went up, came back down. Again here, we had a bullish divergence, and then it's straight ऊपर. Now, there is a point of interest here. Last time resistance, फिर यहाँ पे support, फिर resistance, which was broken. And again, it seems like it has tested and it's on its way on the upside. लग तो यही रहे, ठीक है? So हम, again, you could, if my neckline, so my neckline should, of the head and shoulder should be something like this. तो अगर मैं इसका target भी बनाता हूँ, again, this is not मैं बना रहा हूँ, मैं ये head and shoulder का target बना रहा हूँ. So somewhere here should be the first up move, I believe. However, we can always see what's going to happen. Okay, this is why it's still in the list, because it's just kind of moving. So if you have a plan, you can kind of re-enter all the time. Munjal, yeah, this is Munjal Showa. So this is started with a bullish divergence monthly chart में, went up at EMA. यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो it is at point of interest, right, at resistance. There's no bearish divergence or anything. So मुझे नहीं पता, लेकिन अगर एक महीना इसका breakout दे देता है, one monthly candle, so you wait for 1 month to get over, have that breakout, and only then you can kind of take a call what to do and take a decision. ठीक है, so इसको अपने list में रखो, but wait for that breakout. Then you have Zydus Wellness. Zydus Wellness started with a bullish divergence, still there, still अभी तक वो move आया नहीं है. Excuse me. So it's in the list, hence. Now, of course, you can see अभी भी एक level है जहाँ ये breakout नहीं दे पा रहा है. So you see if there's a follow through next month, I think this could be something that could go higher. ठीक है वहीं पे, लेकिन it just needs a push. Again, daily charts पे ध्यान मत दीजिएगा इस सब stocks पे. It's not really important. Look at the monthly and the weekly candles. If you're looking at candles, that is. Then you have TCI Express. I think there's a bullish divergence here. That's my alert. Breakout nahi hua, so that's a bullish harami. Uska high nahi toota convincingly. So alert is still here, but I think I would wait for another bullish monthly candle, and then maybe think about entering. Okay, so abhi aisa kuch isme hai nahi. So in fact, if I have to wait for another month, I can push this down here. Oops. All right. So we come to TCNS clothing. Now, of course, there is a series of bullish divergence here in the monthly chart and the weekly chart with a 012 probable, right? Iska fundamental, because it is such at a very low price. So I think compared to, the previous high and lows. So I think you would probably prefer to, one, wait for the month to finish. Second, do some fundamental analysis of this, all right, before getting into this. क्योंकि यहाँ मंथली सेटअप है, इसलिए हमने इसको रखा है देखने के लिए, लेकिन इसका फंडामेंटल एनालिसिस करना जरूरी है. Then we have VMart. VMart has a bullish divergence. Last month का high भी टूट गया, which is tick up का candle का high टूट गया, which is decent. And yeah, so weekly chart also is pretty decent. I mean, in terms of, you have a bullish divergence, maybe pulls back and then goes higher. I think इस महीने का अगर high follow through हो जाता है, then this will give you immense confidence as well. Okay, so something that you can keep in your list. I think this was in the list last month as well. Then you have Vadilal Industries. Vadilal Industries at monthly EMA, sorry, and there's a weekly bullish divergence, very shady one, but there still is. So again, if you for previous highs, maybe you can expect the prices to come till then. Of course, it has to follow through, which means break this month's high and then give you that opportunity. All right, so Vadilal Industries, it's in the list as well. Then you have Omex Limited. Omex Limited, if you remember, हमने monthly chart में यहाँ पे निकाला था bullish divergence, and एक ही महीने में it gave us beautiful returns, right? From 46, in fact, from 56 odd levels still went till 9400 odd levels. So वो बहुत अच्छा एक पुल था. अब इसमें ये है कि ये डाइवर्जेंस ऊपर गया, फिर EMA पे आया, फिर ऊपर गया. ये होना चाहिए. This is general, a basic move. If you listen to my videos also, I always say moving averages are your friend if you use it properly. अभी वीकली चार्ट में अगर देखेंगे तो if this is your pole, this is a flag, right? So I don't know how many of you understand this. अगर आपको नहीं समझ आ रहा है तो इसका मतलब आपको टेक्निकल एनालिसिस सीखना जरूरी है, तो आपको समझ आएगा. So there's like a flag and a pole kind of a situation here, and you expect the prices to go higher because it is at weekly EMA with a series of bullish divergences in the daily chart, and you can see how you could probably draw this here like something flat, and then so if this breaks out or something, then maybe you can take a call. But yes, maybe monthly candle इतना अच्छा नहीं है, so maybe एक महीना नहीं होगा, next महीना होगा, ये भी हो सकता है. But keep an eye out. इसको list पे तो रखिए. Then you have Cabra Extrusion Tech at monthly EMA, weekly bullish divergence this week. Failed to close at the higher levels, but did give a breakout. So इसको भी आप अपने लिस्ट में ले सकते हैं, and if this is something, this kind of stock, something that interests you, you can take opportunities here. All right, so that's about it. That is the green list that I had. Now let's look at some of your stocks that you want me to check. बहुत अच्छे सेटअप्स हैं, आप खाली इसको आराम से, शांति से अपने सिस्टम में लगा के देखिए। अगर ये आपको लगता है कि it fits in your parameters also, I think you'll agree with me. Otherwise, of course, everyone has their own systems. ये हम, as I said, this is a way we shortlist stocks. Does not necessarily mean this is any tip or any advice or any kind of a suggestion that you should do this. People who are from my tribe here who are watching this, of course, you know what to do and when to do. All right, let's look at Divi's Labs. I did discuss this, but I'm going to come back. So I had a question: is this a test of the head and shoulder? Not yet. You know, I think it still needs to break out in a weekly time frame. All right, then you have, wow, Manaxia and all that. Okay, Manaxia Limited. Yeah, no, not yet. You know, so it's not a bullish divergence. Looks like it कि यहाँ से यहाँ मैं बना देता हूँ छोटा सा arrow. बट मुझे लगता है कि कुछ चीजों को कॉम्प्लिकेट करना जरूरी नहीं है. सो इफ इट इज नॉट देयर या हमें बहुत ध्यान से उसको बनाना पड़ रहा है तो आई बेसिकली स्टे अवे फ्रॉम दैट. एक्सिस. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, this is doing well, yeah. So I don't know what to do about this. Like, कुछ खराब नहीं है, खाली इस वीक का कैंडल डार्क क्लाउड कवर है, but that doesn't really mean anything. So yeah, there's nothing. There's all good, no problem. PFC, I think we crossed PFC. Yeah, man, PFC again, you know, देखो कहाँ पे prices है, कहाँ से शुरू हुआ था. I'll show you monthly bullish diamond somewhere here. See what has happened. Of course, this is like 2013, but even this year when it broke out from the ranges, previous high saw 110 odd levels, 380 levels. That's classic. But yeah, it's doing well, yeah. So if you want to re-enter, my suggestion, excuse me, would be always re-enter near the moving averages, whether in the weekly or the monthly chart. But apart from that, सब अच्छा है. Star Cement. Star Cement also is fine. I mean, there's no problem here. So, you know, if you're asking for a validation, I mean, see, look here. I'll explain this to you, okay, properly. यहाँ से देखते हैं. Let me see if I can put a let me see if I can, yeah, get a spotlight. So this is lower highs, lower highs. Now after that, this is higher highs. If you can see here, it's a higher high and then it is higher high. So now it has gone into a trend where it is making higher highs and low and higher lows. So which is a good thing, right? Even if it dips, and then you can be in it. I think that is my observation from this particular stock. You know? So this is what I would think about this as well. So looks okay, yeah, no problem. Oh wow, suddenly there are a lot of stocks here. Let's see. NTPC. Yeah, man. I mean, this was also in, I think it was at EMA and weekly bullish divergence somewhere here, but it is doing, NTPC is doing fantastically well, right? Fantastically well. Nothing to do यार. चल रहा है, चलने दीजिए, क्या है? Why to, you know, worry or think? इसमें मुझे पता है FOMO हो जाता है कि कब बुक करें, बुक कर लें तो क्या हो. तो but I'm gonna give you an example. Like I remember I held Oro Pharma from 489, 490 levels roughly, हाँ. ठीक है, तो मैं जब उसको लिया था तो जुलाई या अगस्त, जुलाई टाइम हमने एक इवेंट किया था. उन्होंने बोला मैं तो निकल गया क्योंकि वो 600 हो गया, 700 हो गया, आप निकले क्या? तो मैं निकला जब वो आई थिंक 900, 900 या 920, 30 ऐसे लेवल्स पे था. तो मैं बोला यार ऑलमोस्ट डबल हो गया, यार डबल हो गया मेरा. कोई स्टॉक डबल हो जाता है देन आई काइंड ऑफ गेट आउट ऑफ दिस इफ आई सी देयर इज नो नथिंग टू डू एंड देन पुट इट इन समथिंग व्हिच इज गोना स्टार्ट अगेन. कोई और स्टार्ट हो रहा है, मैं उस पर डाल देता हूँ. तो ये मेरा तरीका है. सही है कि गलत है, कोई जरूरी नहीं, एक सही तरीका है. लेकिन मैं जो बोलना चाह रहा हूँ कि समथिंग विच इज गोइंग हायर एंड अभी और फार्मा जैसे 1080 और लेवल्स पे. बट एम आई हैविंग फोमो? नो, बिकॉज आई पुट इनटू समथिंग, a different stock which is doing well as well. बट if you're thinking of long term, then just let it be यार. जब तक कुछ खराब नहीं होता है या कुछ even on the weekly level कुछ खराब नहीं होता है, then why to worry about it, you know? That is my suggestion. Then you have yes, Sumito Chem. Sumito, did I spell it wrong? Sumitomo Chemical. It is in the green list. Let me see why I did not. Okay, so it's a very fairly new stock. Yes, monthly bullish diamond दिख रहा है मुझे क्यों रखना है, but क्योंकि इसमें बहुत डेटा नहीं था तो मैंने इसमें ज्यादा दिमाग नहीं लगाया. But yes, you could. I'm just trying to see if I can draw this line properly. है ना? Head and shoulder weekly bullish divergence, which is a false breakout. So you can expect the prices to go higher, but you need a decent monthly candle or a big weekly candle. ठीक है, either or. So I think you're waiting for that. ठीक है, I hope that makes sense. I don't know if it makes sense. So monthly candle not that great. So you need like a gap up opening or a good week or a good month to confirm your analysis. But yes, this is decent as well. Sumito Chemical. ठीक है, तो इनफैक्ट इसको भी उठा के रख देते हैं. चलो, just for you. All right. So Sumito Chemical doing well. They is shady a good, but you need more confirmation. I would ignore the daily charts here. I would only look at monthly and weekly. And weekly में मुझे so यहाँ से शुरू हुआ. This is a pullback. I need something concrete to get more confidence here, if that makes sense. Aarti Drugs. Aarti Drugs. I think ये correct हो गया ना ऊपर से शायद नहीं. आरती ड्रग्स started with a monthly bullish diamond. ये हमने of course देखा था. ऊपर गया, monthly EMA पे आया. Now see, this is why this is not in the scan today and ये नीचे के और पे है. You'll see it's not. Why I did? No. All right. Why did I not discuss exchanging solution? I think I should have discussed. नहीं अच्छा ठीक है. आरती ड्रग्स क्यों नहीं है ऊपर मैं बताता हूँ. क्योंकि one not the best monthly candle. Second, weekly में bullish divergence नहीं है यार. That is why. So yes, monthly divergence है तो शुरू हुआ है तो something that I expect the prices to go higher. So either a good week or comes back, creates a bullish divergence here and then gives you an opportunity. That would be fantastic because we daily में bearish divergence है, channel है, corrective looks like it. तो maybe नीचे आए यहाँ पे एक bullish divergence है and then you're good to go. But yes, I mean these levels for these levels I don't know. चार्ट पे जो दिख रहा है आपको ये लेवल नहीं टूटना चाहिए. आई थिंक दिस शुड होल्ड एंड दिस शुड गो अप. बट दैट्स अगेन इसीलिए वो इस महीने में नहीं है क्योंकि इस महीने मुझे इसका कुछ नहीं करना है. मुझे पहले वो वेट करना है कि वो बने. Then you have Union Bank, LI. I think did we not discuss Union Bank? Okay, it's in the list as well, but not for this month. Why? बिकॉज यूनियन बैंक हमने पहले भी डिस्कस किया था. पॉइंट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट था, हेड एंड शोल्डर ब्रेकआउट हुआ, टारगेट्स ऑलरेडी क्या होना चाहिए. अब या तो ये पुल बैक दे ईएमए पे, वीकली ईएमए पे कहीं तो दे पुल बैक जहां पे मैं एंट्री कर सकूं. सो इसीलिए हमने इस मंथ नहीं डिस्कस किया कि इस मंथ में मुझे एंट्री करने का कोई मन नहीं है बिकॉज देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ रिस्क इन्वॉल्व्ड. नाउ रिस्क इन्वॉल्व मतलब ये नहीं कि ये नीचे भाग जाएगा, ये कि मैं अगर एंट्री अभी कर दूंगा तो मेरा स्टॉप लॉस बहुत बड़ा हो जाएगा. सो देन आई हैव टू वेट, कीप माय कैपिटल थोड़ा सेव करके कि मैं फिर एंट्री कर सकूं, वापस ऐड कर सकूं, which is not my plan for now. So yes, hence any dip I would be interested. Union Bank looks good. Anyone who's already in, fantastic, no problem. LIC Jayashree T. So LIC, oh wow, so it did go up now finally. Yeah, looks all right यार. और क्या चाहिए, जो पहले खुला था and made a dip and then वापस अपने opening prices पे जा रहे हैं तो nothing like it. So looks all right. Yeah, LIC looks okay. कुछ नहीं है इसमें भी. Jayashree T. Jayashree T, I mean आई डोंट नो यार. आई मीन इसमें कुछ हमारे सेटअप्स के हिसाब से तो यहाँ एंट्री था जून 20 में जब बुलिश डाइवर्जन था. तो ये ऊपर गया, अब ये करेक्ट हुआ. अब यहाँ पे मुझे वीकली बुलिश डाइवर्जन चाहिए. तो ये लास्ट से यहाँ बना था बट अभी कुछ बन नहीं रहा है. सो नो कमेंट्स टू बी ऑनेस्ट. फंडामेंटली आई डोंट नो एनीथिंग अबाउट दिस स्टॉक, सो नो कमेंट्स. Any sector for 2024 or script? So the script that I discussed here, ऊपर में जो green list में मैंने बात किया, क्योंकि ये अभी तक पूरे पोटेंशियल में मूव नहीं किया मेरे हिसाब से, हमारे सेटअप के हिसाब से। सो ये स्टॉक्स कुछ हैं जो आप वॉच लिस्ट में देख सकते हैं फॉर 2024 आई थिंक। ऑफ कोर्स एवरी मंथ हम एंड ऑफ मंथ एनालिसिस करेंगे, कोई और अच्छा मिल गया तो नथिंग लाइक इट, बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट एनी सेक्टर I'm not sure, yaar. So I don't, you know that I don't read a lot of news and I don't watch a lot of news. हमने sectoral analysis किया था last time. So if I'm not wrong, apart from one sector, everything else looked pretty decent. Apart from one sector which kind of looked like ये हो सकता है pause ले ले, but apart from that, everything looked fine. If you want to have a look, just go back to that video from last Friday. You should find it. But apart from that, everything looks fantastic. And you know, unless something changes, it's a good story, I believe, right? So that's about it, guys. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend. I of course we're not gonna meet before the new year, so happy new year. Have a great new year. One thing I would like to say that please be invest. I mean, I would like to tell people that, you know, if you want to grow bigger and if you want to grow your portfolio, be exposed to equity, you know, either in direct equity or mutual funds, whatever floats your boat. But I think this is something that, you know, this generation is learning pretty quickly now. All right. But anyway, have a great new year. Have a great weekend. I'll see you in 2024 and soon. Thank you very much. Till then, take care. Bye bye.